G'day guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, and I do apologise if this video is a little bit late. It's been a little bit over a week now since the AFL draft occurred, and obviously Collingwood managed to draft two pretty talented players in Stu Jath and Harry Demeter, both respectively going at picks 25 and 37, I want to say. Yeah, not 100% sure on that, but yeah, both going to be pretty good players for us, I reckon, in the future. So yeah, let's jump straight into it. Yeah, obviously I'll start off with the first player that we drafted in Harry Demeter. Now, Harry is quite a young player as well, 18. He's obviously got a bit of history in sport already, in cricket, being like the drinks person, which was quite interesting during last year's Boxing Day test. And yeah, so for that to happen in his career already, that's pretty big, you know. So yeah, we'll welcome Harry, and yeah, he's going to be a good player for us, I reckon. Took him pick 25. We originally drafted, I think, Caden Cleary from Sydney, who went to Sydney. Sydney matched our bid for him. So we ended up just selecting Harry Demeter, which, in my opinion, he's an absolute bargain. Because he's a pretty good player. Yeah, he averaged 15 disposals for the under-18s, Dandenong Stingrays, and yeah, he also averaged 5 tackles. You know, so he's definitely a midfielder. He's around 185 centimetres, I want to say, so he's a fairly decent height, around 80 kilograms. Obviously, a pretty good midfielder, quite on bowling and stuff like that, and he's a leader. That's what he is. I noticed that is his biggest strength. He's a good speaker. He's a good, you know, confident young man. That's for sure. He's pretty competitive. He's fast. That's for sure. Very fast. He loves his tackling, and he is a little bit versatile, which means he can, you know, maybe push forward for us, or even if back if things, you know, get a bit bad. So yeah, you know, he's going to be a really, really handy player, and to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if he actually gets regular games for us next year. He's a pretty good player. Yeah, now moving on to Stu Jath, who was drafted at pick 37, I think. I'm not 100% sure at that. Now, he is the younger brother of CJ, or Collingwood Draftees, or CJ, got many nicknames at the Hawks. So yeah, he's already you know, known to footy, and he's a pretty good young kid. That's to say, he's going to be good. He's fast, you know. He's athletic. He's a speedy halfbacker, similar to the John Noble type. So yeah, it would be a pretty good player. He's a bit of a draft bolter, but at the same time, he probably should have been taken further up, in my opinion. So he is also a bargain, just like Harry Demeter. He's decently sized as well, which is good, because you always want a speedy defender that's, you know, over 180 to 185 centimetres, and he's 188 centimetres, which is quite cool. He averaged around 18 disposals for the Gippsland Power. So, you know, and he's also 18, obviously, and, you know, good young player. You know, he's looked up to Scott Pendlebury all his career, always loves Collingwood, is a Collingwood supporter. Well, he was growing up as a kid, and now he's going to play for the club that he supported, which is very, very cool. I didn't mention Harry Demeter is actually a Carlton supporter, if anyone was wondering. Or not anymore, at least, which is a good thing. But yeah, he's going to be a really good player for us. Stu Jath, around 72, I think, kilograms, 188 centimetres, speedy defender. His strengths are intercepting, which is really, really good. Something that, you know, we might need more of. A decently sized defender that's fast as well. He's obviously, his biggest strength is his speed. And his distribution, I've noticed that he's got pretty good distribution. He's got good knowledge. He's going to be a good young player, and he's a pretty underrated player in this draft. And yeah, he got quite a nice moment when both of these boys did, actually, when Craig McRae called them after being selected, which was really, really cool. Yeah, these two are going to be great players in my opinion, for the club and for a long period of time. Obviously, only the 2 draft picks that we used on the night. We could have drafted another player or two. To be honest, I probably would have liked another player, like a key forward or a ruck, but thankfully, and now this is what I was going to speak about, so I thought I might as well just chuck it into this video as well, is that we've got 2 list spots that we're going to trial for players. So we've got 5 players currently training for us for a spot on our list. That is Josh Eyre, former Essendon player, didn't play a game for them, delisted at the end of 2021, I want to say, and has played, or maybe even last year, I don't know, but he's played in our VFL team this year, and he's been pretty solid, which is obviously why we've given him a trial to be on our list. We kind of do need another key forward, so I wouldn't be surprised if he does be one of the 2 selected. We've also got Brian Teakle, who's former Port Adelaide ruckman, got drafted there last year in the mid-season draft, and he's played a handful of games as well this year, and he's shown some signs of being a good player. He's a little bit injury prone though. I don't think we were the only club interested in him, but now we are the big front runners to get him if we want him. Another ruck would probably help on our list, seeming we've got 2 very raw kids in Aiden Begg and Oscar Steen, who haven't been on our list for a while, and Begg's only played the 1 game, I believe, and Steen hasn't played a game, and Mason Cox and Darcy Cameron, if one of them gets injured, we might need a backup, and Brian Teakle would probably be that player. So I wouldn't be surprised if he gets selected. We're also trialling Jack Bytel, who's played quite a lot of games, I want to say, for St Kilda. He's been on the fringe for them in the last couple of years in particular. Couldn't quite crack into the side as regularly last year, but this year he's been more in. But, injuries to himself and the players of the team, he's been coming in and out, playing as sub, and then got delisted. We're giving him a chance to play. So they've all played AFL footy before, so, they're all decently experienced. And, if a Collingwood player is interested in them, the Collingwood recruiting staff is interested in them, then they've obviously got to be talented. The other one is Campbell Hustwaite, older brother of young Henry Hustwaite, who recently debuted for Hawthorn. He is our VFL captain and has been on our list for quite some time. I do believe we were trialling him a couple of years ago, perhaps. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure on that. But yeah, he's another one that could get in. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets in. He's a midfielder, I do believe. The other one is Sam. Now, I do apologise if I'm pronouncing this incorrectly. Sam. This is actually the first time I've tried to say his last name. Sofronides. I don't know. It's spelled Sofronidis, if anyone was wondering. But yeah, he's quite old, pretty experienced player. And yeah, apparently has been on our radar for a little while. We've invited him over to train. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets selected, though I don't know what position he plays. Obviously, that probably will have an impact on whether he'll get selected. To be honest, I would kind of like to get a tall. Brian Teakle can play forward, so he'd be the one I would be after. I'd say Brian Teakle and maybe Jack Bytel get onto our list, but I'm not 100% obviously certain on that. That's my guesses. Thought you guys might be interested in that. But yeah, we have definitely confirmed that we'll be signing 2 of these 5 players. So yeah, exciting times. I'll probably make a video as well when we do announce who those 2 players are. But yeah, sorry if I've been a little bit lackluster with the videos of late. Yeah, I don't know in advance if I'm still going to be uploading recently, but now that the school year's pretty much over, I probably should have a little bit more videos coming out. It's been a few hectic weeks, but I should have a few more videos coming out soon on the channel. Hopefully you guys enjoyed another off-season update, and I'll see you guys in the next one.